All right, so the next part of the lesson is going to be a video hook. It's just going to provide some background information about the Salt March and what it was. This video, once again, if it does not work, open it in Internet Explorer, use a different device, or message me individually in Teams, or my favorite option, come to class so we can watch it together. When you are done watching that video, you're going to complete this four-square reflection. So you're going to answer these 4 questions, okay? Essentially, why did the Salt March happen? What did the British do to Gandhi after the Salt March? What did Gandhi believe about the resistance? And then how did the Salt March change life? So like looking at those big ideas about what the Salt March is. When you're done with that, you're going to move on to the guided practice. In class, we'll do this together. Obviously, you're watching this alone by yourself, so you cannot do that. What's going to happen though is I will read this reading, and then you're going to complete the questions off to the side. See this? So it's a little bit different of a format today, but you have these questions over here with the green stars, and as you go through and read, you're going to answer the questions. Okay? So the document that I'm going to read out loud is called The Great Salt March of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay? After living for 2 decades in South Africa, where Mahatma Gandhi fought for the civil rights of Indians residing there, Gandhi returned to his native country in 1915 and soon began working for India's independence from Great Britain. Here's a map of the, they're calling it British India, so like imperialized India and what parts Great Britain controlled. Defying the SALT Act, Gandhi reasoned, would be an ingeniously simple way for many Indians to break a British law violently. Gandhi declared resistance to British salt policies to be the unifying theme for his new campaign of Satyagraha, or mass civil disobedience, vocab word we learned on Monday. Salt March begins. On March 12, 1930, Gandhi set out from his ashram, or religious retreat, at Sabarmati with several dozen followers on a trek of some 240 miles to the coastal town of Dandi on the Arabian Sea. There, Gandhi and his supporters were to defy or go against British policy by making salt from seawater. All along the way, Gandhi addressed large crowds, and with each passing day, an increasing number of people joined the Satyagraha. By the time they reached Dandi on April 5th, Gandhi was at the head of a crowd of tens of thousands. He spoke and led prayers, and early the next morning walked down to the sea to make salt. Gandhi's arrest. Civil disobedience broke out all across India, soon involving millions of Indians, and British authorities arrested more than 60,000 people. Gandhi himself was arrested on May 5th, but the Satyagraha continued without him. On May 21st, the poet Naidu led 2,500 marchers on the Dharasana salt works, some 150 miles north of Bombay. Several hundred British-led Indian policemen met them and viciously beat the peaceful demonstrators. The incident, recorded by American journalist Webb Miller, prompted an international outcry against British policy in India. The aftermath of the Salt March. So what happened because of the Salt March? In January 1931, Gandhi was released from prison. He later met Lord Irwin, the Viceroy of India, and agreed to call off the Satyagraha in exchange for an equal negotiating role at a London conference on India's future. India won its independence in August 1947. The 78-year-old Gandhi was assassinated by a Hindu extremist less than 6 months later on January 30th, 1948. So I just went and read that. You should answer these questions off to the side on your own. And then I will make another video for the independent practice.